Oh, Mendel.
Oh,
Mendel.
Rebbe.
Mendel, welcome. All right, let's fire it up. Let's cover the Heilige Shabbos. We're in the holy city of Yerushalayim and the holy city of the Washington Heights. So we're going to open up with a tefillah b'shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach Reuven ben Yosef Asar Bach Bas Yehudis, Yonah Bas Basa, Shir Bas Basa, Sinai Reuven ben Mani, and every neshama in Klal Yisrael, Tova Bas Peril, and Ilui Nishmat, Yehudi Bracha Bas Nechemia, Mary Neshama Haben Aliyah. Okay, so the tefillah goes like this. Kute tefillah. Just trying to get one today. We'll get one in the near future. The new set. Please, in your great compassion, do not make your holy Torah an empty document. Chas v'shalom. For your words are true and everlasting. Therefore, make for us in your compassion and help us. They'll truly be among tzaddikim in order that we'll merit to be one of those who guard the covenant. Shovavim. In order that just by that alone, it'll be fitting for us to be called by the name Tzaddikim, just as you made known to us through the teaching of your holy sages, that only someone who guards the covenant is called Tzaddik. Therefore, just as you helped the Otsev, your Tzaddik, in the hour that he came to be tested, and you saved him and gave him strength to overcome his inclination, so too, arouse from your body and your compassion on us, and cause us to merit with merit and the strength of Yosef the Tzaddik, and give us wisdom, experience, discernment, knowledge, strength, and power of holiness, so we could be saved from all types of damages to the covenant, and we could overcome our inclination. May we merit that our thoughts be connected and attached to your holiness always without a moment of interruption. So we'll have the strength by virtue of this, through purifying ourselves and guarding the covenant, to appropriately order our prayers before you without any ambitions, delays, or confusions. T'rat Hashem. Kavod Shabbos, Lekavod Purim, 47 days. Chapter 3, Mishnah 1. What a fun time to start Chapter 3, Mishnah 1. We're here on a Wednesday. We're getting ready. We see the white earphones. Mendy's wearing all white behind him, white ceilings. We're getting ready for Shabbos Kodesh. So, Akavya ben Mahalal El said, consider three things, and you will not come to transgression. Know from where you came, where you are going, and before whom you are destined to give an account and reckoning. Seems very intense. It is intense. Let's buckle up. Mamash, let's go through the ride together. From where you came from, says the Mishnah, from a putrid drop. Where you are going, to a place of dust, maggots and worms, right? The grave. And before whom you are destined to give an account and reckoning, before the supreme King of the kings, the Holy One, blessed be He. Now, in the breast of Pirkei Avot, and also I checked on Safari, the commentaries on this. There's a long commentary. I think the Bartanura, if I'm not mistaken. Not mistaken. Let's just see. Not sure. Okay. Anyways, but it says here in the digest of commentaries, it basically breaks down what's really going on, and it seems like a great explanation. We could take a lot from it, and then we'll move into some other teachings from the Kabbalistic masters, Hasidic masters, that will help us better understand as well. So, from where you came from a putrid drop, remember this, and you will refrain from arrogance. So that's remembering from where you came from, that drop, right? That seed. Remember this, and you will refrain from arrogance. Where you are going, to a place of dust, maggots, and worms. What does this mean? With this in mind, you will not fall prey to lust or greed. the present tense of the phrase "where you are going" indicates that from the day you were born, you, like all human beings, advance toward your eternal resting place and draw even closer to the day of your death. Right? We actually mentioned this last night or the day before, actually 2 days ago or 3 days ago, that every second, Reb Benji told us that as every second goes by, it's a second closer to that day. Right? It's a scary idea, but it just shows the value of a second, right? And how beautiful that is, how it could be eternal, how it could turn into something eternal. Mamash, unbelievable. The Midrash Shmuel mentioned that. And before whom you are destined to give an account and reckoning before the Supreme Kings of Kings, the Holy One must be He. It is natural to dread standing trial before an earthly king. How much more so before the Supreme King of Kings, who neither forgets nor shows favoritism. This is mentioned in Brachot 28b. With this in mind, you will not transgress, says Rashi on the dot. So I just know this from a while ago. I heard this somewhere that Rav Simcha Bunim of Pshischa says in the quest of authenticity that on the day of it, like when he was on his deathbed, right? Usually, one may think that there'd be like what's saying here. It's like it's a very scary thing to meet the Creator, to go to that place of dust, maggots, worms, the whole thing, right? But Rav Simcha Bunim was all joyous, and people were like, "Wait, why are you laughing? Why are you so happy? Right? Why are you rejoicing right now? You're about to move on to the Olam Hamet." He said, "Gewalt, that's the reason why I'm happy. I'm able to see the Creator. I'm able to meet the Creator after all these years." Right? So we have that approach. We also know from Rabbi Nachman's teachings that he was mamash so fearful of this, right? So scared of the day, and we want to go to the Olam Ha'ema in peace, right? It was a constant prayer from Rabbi Nachman. So yeah, and there's a couple ideas from Chabad.org, which I thought was really powerful, because like we see this idea of like bittul, of humility from this Mishnah, and there's a Kabbalistic teaching, says the Chabad.org, that the world was created from nothing into something, so that we human beings would create something into nothing, right? And this is the idea of bittul, right? Hayesh, or nullification of the self. So Rav Simcha Bunim of Shishka, again quoting, taught that every person has two pockets and carries a separate note in each pocket, right? In one pocket, it says the universe was created for me. In the other pocket, it says I'm mere dust and ashes, right? So we have those two sides. The Alter Rebbe, just as yours said yesterday, I think, yeah, the yours said the Alter Rebbe, mamish, right? And he said, he told a student who was complaining about his financial troubles, you were speaking about what you need, but you have not given a thought to what you are needed for, right? So he said that idea is the path to nullifying the self is through the focusing on the other. Right? And the Seer of Lublin once said, just throwing a bunch of names and a bunch of ideas, right? That two pious people in one town are too many, says the Seer of Lublin. One pious person in a town is not enough. It is best to have 1.5 pious people. How so? Everyone should see oneself as a half of a pious person and see their neighbor as a complete pious person. So we see this idea that we're mere dust and ashes, right? We are nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? But we have to view the others like they're a whole, like they're everything, mamish. And the world was also created for them as well, as it states in the Gemara. It was also created for us, but also for them, right? It's amazing how like we could get so caught up in like our lives and like what's happening in our lives, but everything's happening for other people as well. The world is also created for them. God is also has a plan for them, and it's important to see that perspective as well. I don't know. L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. Questions, comments, please feel free. Fun Mishnah.
That was fire.
Safe by, I'm serious. No, I didn't even think about that. You got to consider other people's, like, you have your life, obviously, which takes up all of your thought, but like on the other hand, there are other people who are having lives too, that things are going, things are happening, things are failing, things are struggling, things are good for them, you know?
Right.
Very valid.
Yeah, no, it's like it's the idea of like you never know. You never know, like with an individual. Like I think I was at a restaurant once and someone pointed out like think about like all these people in this restaurant right now. Like what they're going through, each individual, like what's happening in their life, like married, not married, problem with bias, parnasa, you just never know, sickness, chas v'shalom, but like we just need to be dam l'chaf zchut, just do our part,
True.
just keep doing us, and bring the world together. Mandela, how you doing? You doing well?
Baruch Hashem, just got back from Rome last night, layover in Rome. This is very good. Very good.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the recording.